Hey, this for you, sis. You know, I never know how my life gonna turn out. I don't know about everybody else, but you know, I embrace every second. I live in the moment. You know, I try to plan ahead, I guess. You know, but it's not for me. It's for the future. Like, you know, my son, my nieces, my nephew. You know, stuff like that. You know, cause far as I'm 39, so I mean, we are the ghosts of our children. Tell the truth. So I figured I do something a little different. I'll kind of let you know, like how my awakening started, like where it started and when it started. It started like right before the last time I saw you. This is over 2 years ago. You know, not gonna lie, I wasn't living my life right. I always had God real close to me though. You know, I've been walking with God in my own way for like the last 20 years. So my foundation with the Lord is pretty strong. It's always been strong. But I'm just like anybody else. You know? Even though I'm saved and I love God, I'm trapped in this. Because I'm trapped in this, my spirit's trapped in this. And since it's trapped in that, many thoughts come. So yeah, we backslide. I mean, we all guilty of it. Well, at least most of us. There are some people out there that's actually pure. I've actually met them. It's kind of hard not to speak to them. They make you smile. Like pure people, that's what I call them. But like I said, I wasn't really living right. I mean, I was doing right, but it's kind of hard to say. You know what I mean? Like if you, sis, you understand what I'm saying. Anybody watching this, you understand what I'm saying. I'm human, sort of, just like you. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but it's what you do after you make the mistakes. But here's how that went. Like right before I came to see you, I went by this thrift store, and you know me. I like stuff from thrift stores. It's comfortable, and I work a lot. Stuff like this. You know, they're not my original set, but close enough. 50 cent, can't beat that. $1.50 jacket. Live within your means. I've always been like that. We've been like that our whole lives. We know how to live. We can survive. But so I'm in there and I see this trumpet. I mean, my eye was drawn to it. It looks decrepit and everything. I mean, it's something that I wouldn't normally get. But for some reason that day I got it. I took it home. Like, oh man, I'm gonna hang this up. So I hung it up. Next couple of days was normal. But one night when I got off work, I decided to go by some friends. They asked me to come by. We had a pretty good night there. Everybody made good money. So, they wanted to come by. Hey, have a drink. Okay. So as I go there, I'm trying to quit, but I'm a smoker. So I'm smoking cigarettes. And we're standing outside and the sky is clear as day. Clear night. Moon in the sky, very pretty. Then all of a sudden, this cloud comes across. Looks like a fish. I remember we all made jokes about it. We were like, dang, that's like a shark. And then it was like, that's somebody saying that they're gonna make a new Jaws. You know how people are. We out there clowning around. And then they decided to go in. I wasn't done with my cigarette, so I'm still out and I'm looking at this fish with this cloud. And all of a sudden, there was a larger one came behind it. And I'm telling you, it had horns. It had the eyes. It even had the grimace. Like a pure fucking devil. Excuse me for cursing, but it did. It looked just like a devil. And the strangest thing happened. As I was looking at it, my legs start shaking. They like locked. Like, I don't know if you ever been in like real fear before, but your legs lock. You know, it was something new to me. I didn't know what was going on. So my legs locked. My heart started pumping really, really fast. And as I still looking at it, I look over at the fish. And when I looked at the fish, right here start thumping. It was thumping really, really hard. Like, so hard. And then all of a sudden, when I look back at the cloud, I'm telling you, I wasn't drinking. I wasn't on any drugs. I was sober. I mean, I was tired, but, you know, I had been at work all day. That's normal. I'm a walking battery. I was good. The freaking cloud looked at me. And the moment it looked at me, you ever see those, you know, movies when you see the superhero do the superhero stance, you know, like that? It was one of those moments. For some reason, I had, like, pure, it was like, bring it. You know, that's how I felt. That's how I felt on the inside. I was burning. Like, bring it on. Like, I wanted to reach my hands up and smack this cloud. Like, so I went in and I told everybody about that. You know, people said I was crazy. Ha ha ha, blah, blah. But the next morning, when I was walking to work, you know, I always look at the sky. I noticed everywhere I looked in the sky, no matter what cloud I looked at, it would start, like, vanishing. So I was like, what's going on with this? And my theory on anything that I do is, if you do it more than 25 times consecutively, it's truth. So that was the truth. So I had to figure out why this is happening. But right after that, right before that, I came to see you. You know, I hadn't seen y'all in a long time. I'm always gone. I mean, I kind of a nomad. I've been away from the family 23 years. A little bit longer. But came to see you, but when I came back, she got taken. Which was kind of it's one of those days. March 17th, 2 years ago. So, you know, I'm upset. So, I'm online and I see this thing about meditation. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll try to meditate. Strangest thing happened. The moment I started meditating, you ever have, you know that feeling, like say when you're about to sit down, when you're about to take a seat somewhere, and like say the chair is a little lower than you thought it was, or it's a little ways back from you, and you do that falling sensation. That's what I felt. I felt it. It was scary. It scared the shit out of me. So I told myself I wasn't gonna do it anymore. But I start coming out here, you know, to try to keep myself calm. And right here, the strangest thing happened one day. As I'm looking at the leaves, I see the aura around it. It was faint at first, but then it looks like, you ever seen those stickers? Like you can peel them off and you stick them on stuff, you know, like the little glow that's around it? That's what everything looked like. And then I noticed that from the aura, the energy in the middle was connecting. It was coming down. It was coming down like this. And then I noticed that the sky, same sky I've been looking at for all these years, was actually pretty freaking dim. I noticed it. Like, why is the sky so dim? I mean, I could go on. I started, you know, it really made me get more into meditation. And then, for some reason, I unlocked my third eye. Third eye is real. Pineal gland is real. It's as real as that. You can see with your eyes closed. 360 degrees. This plane and the next. But the first vision that I ever had in meditation was this. So I was kind of spooked, but curious. So I started meditating more. It became an addiction, like staying on that side, like seeing everything, like remote viewing. To be honest, that's what it is. Then I started seeing stuff like this. So, like I said, I was kind of spooked. But this is what I was telling you about. Never blown it. After all of this, kind of scared too. I mean, that's the whole point of me telling you this. Like, I make a lot of videos, but at the end of the day, I be wondering, is this how Jesus felt? Is this how he felt? Like, is that what it feel like when, like, he got his hand on you? And I mean, everything around you makes so much more sense. Like the world, like this, that make perfect sense to me. People, situations, I see through it all. I mean, if you can pull one over on me, I salute you. But everything else, I mean, the stuff I done seen here and here, and you know, with stuff like this happening, I mean, you know what I mean? Everything's up for grabs. All concepts that people know and we talk about, I mean, there is some truth in everything. Everything has truth in it. You got to think about the Bible. Everything, every word that you read in the Bible is actual accounts. Think about it. I'm walking right now. I'm talking all this stuff and I'm saying all this stuff right now. You never know. Technology may advance. Things may happen. These videos may be seen again. I mean, how do you think the guys in the Bible wrote the Bible? They kept notes. You honestly think somebody walked with Jesus and saw the stuff that they saw and then write it down as they saw it? Because the mind does stuff like that. What you do today, you'll forget it tomorrow. You'll forget certain details. So you write it down. That way you can always go back to it. And it puts you right back in that moment. Battery's about to die. But hey, I guess we can just call this part one. Kind of like the beginning. But I'm going to start letting you know a little bit more about your big brother life. Because it ain't what everybody think. Praise God. I love you. Love everybody else too. Always search for truth.